Kiss.
Yo, it's your boy Marc Smith, also known as A-Kiss, also known as the coolest guy in sports, back with another overrated or underrated. This time I have Marc Gasol on the menu. Is Marc Gasol overrated or underrated? Marc Gasol, who played in 73 games, averaged 33 minutes per game, 17.2 points per game, 42% from the field, 34% from the three-point line, 8 rebounds per game, 4 assists per game, 0.7 steals per game, 1.4 blocks per game. Is Marc Gasol overrated or underrated? Now, we know the Memphis Grizzlies struggled last season, and it seems like the Memphis Grizzlies even drafted their future franchise type of player in Jackson out of Michigan State. So, Marc Gasol, is he going to be a member of the Memphis Grizzlies next year for the entire season? I don't know. There was a lot of trade rumors around Marc Gasol last year. I know the Cleveland Cavaliers wanted him. I know a lot of other teams, playoff teams, wanted him because he's so valuable as a center. So, is he overrated or underrated? Marc Gasol is definitely underrated. Marc is different in the sense of he's not really a number one option, and the Memphis Grizzlies tried to make him like a number one option, especially during that slow and grind era with the Zach Randolphs and the Mike Conleys of the world. I still think Mike Conley is the best player on the Memphis Grizzlies, but Marc Gasol was the bigger name and stood out more. His game, his skill set was always built around much of being successful as a team because you can cover him up in so many holes. If you need a solid rim protecting big, he's great at that, shutting out defensive coverages and pick and roll defense. That's him. If you need somebody good at scoring in the post, ability to pass out of double teams, he's great at that. If you need somebody to initiate the offense from the elbow and play a perfect pick and roll with your point guard, he is good at that. But he was never built to be a DeMarcus Cousins or a Prime Dwight type of player. Even though you can give him the ball 25 to 30 times a night and he will dominate, it's more so it's just his team doesn't really have a true superstar around on their organization, so they had to try to mold Marc Gasol into that. Now, they were successful for years, going to the playoffs, giving playoff teams trouble, but we all knew the Memphis Grizzlies wasn't going to win a championship. I mean, that's just a fact. And especially the game is changing, especially that slow and grind, big man type of offense that they play. The game is changing. Defensive schemes are so good now, they don't allow offenses just pound the ball in the post like they did 10 to 20 years ago. So you need a big man to be versatile. Marc Gasol is versatile. Like I said, he can pass, dribble, knock down a 15-footer, step past the three-point line, knock it down. But at the same time, he's not a true superstar. And that's why people overrate him and think he's overrated, because they feel like, well, you're supposed to be the best player on your team, and he's really a team-oriented type A player. I know he's been to the All-Star game a few times. I know he's won Defensive Player of the Year, but he's the perfect co-star or third option on a championship type of team. If he's your number one option on your team, you're not going to be really that great, or you're not going to reach the NBA Finals. So that's why some people think he's overrated. And also he got that 5-year, $113 million contract, which seems like a steal if you look back on it in today's game right now, when you're seeing a lot of players getting 5-year, $150 million contracts like Devin Booker. But that being said, though, Marc Gasol is still underrated because he's so versatile. He's so valuable as a center, especially in today's game. But that's what I think. What do you guys think? Do you think Marc Gasol is overrated or underrated? I'm rolling with underrated. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell because I'm bringing you NBA content on the daily. This is your boy Marc Smith, also known as A-Kiss. I'm gone, man. Peace.